Hi. So this is Brittany, and this is me on my morning walk, where I will talk about the things that have pissed me off before 8 a.m. This morning, I shared a video on Instagram about President Trump coming to San Diego to check on the status of the Mexican-American border wall, and I am very happy about that. I think we need the wall to keep out illegal criminals. You cross that border without the proper avenues being, gone through, you're a criminal. But I'm specifically talking about violent criminals. The rapists, the murderers, the kidnappers, the sex traffickers, all of those. I get wonderful comments about ignorance and how people don't know the full truth, which just further adds ground to the fact that the fake news media is perpetuating a civil war for whatever reason, because they are acting like, toddlers throwing a fit in a toy store, saying whatever bullshit comes to their mind. And now, because of their ignorance, it's bleeding into our society. Because people, instead of doing their own research, decide to take other people's words, even if they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. What am I talking about? The recent issue with gun laws and the recent mass shootings, which, let me take a moment and say that all the people affected by these shootings across the nation, my family and my personal thoughts and prayers are with you. It's a horrible event, and I have my own beliefs of what's happening. People might not agree with me, but I do think it's very odd that in regards to the shootings, everything's very weird behind it. So I'll get into that in another video. But so people on Instagram are making comments about how basically I don't know what I'm talking about, and that white people should have a wall around them, and how one guy is like, my family's from Mexico and it's no different than here. Bullshit. I am a recovered heroin addict, was for almost 3 years, and I will tell you, Mexico is 100% different than America. In Mexico, the federales and the gangs and everything, they run the shit there. Federales run around the city carrying AKs and ready just to fucking kill you just for being white if you don't give them a payoff. And shit's scary. But needless to say, my main focus is to keep my kids, my family, and my fellow countrymen safe. And the fact that not only is the fake news media further pushing the general public to believe that we don't need a Mexican wall, and yet we also need to give up our gun rights, and yet we also have serious issues with North Korea and Russia. So yeah, let's leave ourselves completely unprotected, and other than having our military, which God bless our military, but they cannot be everywhere at once. And I'm sorry, I believe that we should have our gun rights. I think that we need to strengthen our research into people who want to get guns legally, because we need to have a mental health assessment along with a background check and all that normal stuff. But people need to understand, with this shooting in Florida, this kid, he was gonna do it no matter what, whether he had a gun legally or not. And that's just how all criminals are. They're not sitting there thinking like, I'm gonna go murder a bunch of people, but let me make sure I go through the right avenues to get my weapon. It's just not how it works. But taking away the right for people to have guns is just stupid. Like, I don't know any other word. And then you have the media, CNN in particular, going on air, making statements, and having false professionals say shit about guns that isn't even true. You can't take the word of people who don't know what they're talking about. You know, CNN has already made it clear that they are very biased, and those of you who don't believe it, you need to really start doing your research and paying attention, because if the ignorant and the stupid get any more populated, we're gonna have a real problem. And that's the gist of the shit that pissed me off this morning before 8 a.m.